Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Medicine with Dr. J. I'm your host, Dr. J, and today we'll be talking about cheating in medical school. Look, medical school is hard. It's really hard, and at some point, you will be tempted to cheat. A lot of MS1s are unprepared for the way that cheating presents itself to you, so let's talk about it. You might picture a shadowy figure offering to change your grade, or maybe he's claiming to have the answers for tomorrow's exam. Yeah, that's not how it happens, and you need to be prepared for how it actually does happen so that you know how to handle it. Let's do a thought experiment together. You're on your way to histology lab, which is basically where a claw machine of fluffy princess stuffed animals in a wide variety of princess colors. Somehow that claw machine, it falls into a blender, and then the blended stuff gets mounted on a slide, and then those slides are what you're going to be looking at for the next 2 to 3 hours. It's a whole bunch of fun. You're going to love it. So you get to the lab and you're trying to kindle up any sort of interest at all for these princess colored blender slides. When the prof walks in and says, "Surprise! Pop quiz." And you're like, "Are you serious right now? We just had an exam in here literally yesterday." But I'm sure it'll be fine. You read yesterday's 47 pages of required reading, right? When you were taking a break from studying for the cardiology exam that you have this afternoon? Your best friend is sitting next to you, and you look over at each other, and you know that you're going to fail this together because you two were up all night studying for that cardiology exam, so the histology reading, it didn't really happen. So you start to panic at an appropriate amount, but you look around and about half of your classmates are smiling, which, unlike your panicking, doesn't really seem appropriate for the situation. So what the heck is going on here? The guy next to you leans over and goes, "Hey, this prof does this every year. Same test every year. The answers are dead. Bed. Cab. Pass it down." And all of your sympathetics fire, and suddenly it is far too hot in here. And you're scared, but you want to be a pal, but you don't want to get caught. So what do? I will tell you exactly what to do. Do you want to get into the most academic trouble of your entire life? Yeah? Well, then go ahead and pass it down there, bud. Just imagine the paperwork that's going to end up on top of the dean's desk. It's going to have all the facts of the case phrased in exactly the way that you don't want them to be phrased. Look, you remember the guy next to you. Well, him plus apparently some other kids, that makes a group. And congratulations, you are now not only a cheater, but you are part of a group of cheaters. Remember how the answers were the same as last year? That means they must have come from an upperclassman. Yep, now you're involved with a complicated ring of cheaters that somehow manages to stretch over and through multiple classes. You see how this can become very scary very quickly, right? And you might hope that someone high up enough would come save you. Maybe they'd realize that it really wasn't that big of a deal and they'd cut you a break. Oh, come on. Would you save you? Think about it. Everything that you've been accused of is true. There really was a group of cheaters. It really did span across classes. And it's like, come on, dude. This was a horrible idea. You knew it was a horrible idea, but for some reason, you went ahead and did it anyway. Don't do that to yourself. Look, a failing grade is a mess that's going to be hard to clean up. But if you had to, you could buckle down and make it work. Cheating? Yeah, not so much. Look, you have worked too hard to get this far and then blow it. And if you keep working hard and you stay on the right track, you're going to make it through the whole thing. So don't give up. I believe in you. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you want more wisdom.